What bothers me about the Kings offense is an individual player like Zach LaVine or an individual player like DeMar DeRozan or Domantas Sabonis or Russell Westbrook or whomever. They are very good individual players. They never, and they all have, we hear the term gravity a lot. Like we talk, George Kittle coming back, his gravity changes the Niners passing offense. Steph Curry and his gravity, and we talk about this stuff all the time. No Kings player uses their gravity to the offense's advantage. Yeah, teams, it's not like teams are just like, yeah, throw a guy one-on-one on DeMar DeRozan. Like, no, when DeMar DeRozan has the ball one-on-one with a defender, you see another defender maybe creep up and try and double. You might see, they never take advantage of the way their offensive players warp a defense. Zach LaVine does not get past it, do a move, get past his defender, get into the paint, defense collapses. He does not then use that to pass wide open three. He uses that to take a tough contested two, and he'll make it. Like, wow, look at that. But when we talk about sustainability and we talk about continuing to put up the amount of points that they're going to need to put up to win games with the defense that they have, they don't maximize everybody on individual possessions. An individual is just trying to maximize himself and to like you said, get their own shot up. There's not the coaching staff has not taken this group and said, okay, when Zach LaVine gets to this spot on the floor, the defense warps this way. So here's how we need to move the ball. Here's going to be our philosophy. It very much feels like pickup basketball, where if a guy drives into trouble and he does pass it out, they throw it out to the top, where a new guy tries to get his own tough contested shot.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be regularly efficient offense. It's not going to lead to your role players being maximized because they may or may not, like, yeah, hey, I don't know when I'm going to get the ball. And if I do, I might not have shot it in 17 minutes. I think there's a domino effect of the individuality of the Kings offense that just puts a way lower ceiling on it than there should be with the amount of talented players they have.
Yeah, I mean, to your point very specifically, like I think everyone looked at Zach LaVine and thought, okay, he can average 27 to 30 points per game. Like he's got that kind of talent. He averages 3.9 assists a game for his career. Right now he's at 1.6. He's scoring 30 a game. He's scoring 29.2, but in the 5 games they've played, he scored 30 or more 4 of the 5 times. The problem is he's doing nothing else. And you're right. He is a gravitational player. Everyone is like zooming in and trying to get him, like get the ball away from him. Like when he starts going, he is not finding anyone else to make anyone else better. And I feel like that is pretty much like most of the players on the court. Like, and when I watch, again, Drew Eubanks, like what would make Drew Eubanks think that he was a scorer on this team? Because that's what I keep, like, he's not rebounding. He's not setting guys up. Like, how many of these crazy flip shots, the pivot sky hook that doesn't even draw iron,
hits front rim every time.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Gosh.
But I just, like, again, if you're going to play and you're going to fill in for a guy who is typically a huge assist guy in Domantas Sabonis, Drew Eubanks is averaging 0.2 assists per game.
Oof.
Like, and like, what are you doing? Like, every time you touch the ball, you should not be shooting when you're shooting 25% from the field.
Yeah.
And like, again, this isn't about like one player being bad or anything else. It's that they aren't playing to help each other get better.
I want it because I know we talk about Zach LaVine a lot. Let's talk about Malik Monk.
Yeah.
Malik Monk, who 54.7% from the field, 52% from three, scoring 15.6 points a night, is averaging 2.4 assists, his fewest since the 2020-2021 season when he was with Charlotte. And he averaged 2.1.
What did he average last year? 5.6?
5.6. The year before that, 5.1. The year before that, 3.9.
Yeah.
Because the Kings had an offensive system. They were doing something offensively. The fact that Malik Monk, a player that we talked about throughout the offseason, hey, is he going to be their starting point guard? It probably shouldn't be. Well, he's going to be their backup point guard. Malik Monk is a not pass first player, but he is a willing passer. The fact that he's averaging 2.4 assists per game, to me says, hey, there's not a system here. Yeah. He's not driving looking for the roll man. He's not driving looking to kick. He's driving because he's only shooting it 10.6 times a game. That is his second fewest since his first year in SAC when he's at 10.3. So he's going, all right, when I get the ball, I have to get my shots up because I'm not going to get a ton of opportunities. And frankly, I think if there was a right pass to make within the flow of the offense, he would make it.
Yeah.
We've seen him do it. But I don't think there's a right play to make because it doesn't feel like there's anything going on. It's like, hey, can you create a shot? Cool.
And I gotta be honest, I don't remember a bunch of bad shots by Malik Monk.
No. This is not a Malik take.
Yeah.
It's an offense take.
Yeah.
Because this guy who's a very willing passer and good at the ball in his hands and creates space and gets to the rack and hits threes and does all these things is at 2.4 assists. I think if the Kings had an offensive flow, he would be up closer to 4 or 5, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I would assume so because that's where he typically has been with the Kings. I'm like, the advanced statistics on this team are just like jarring. And, you got a whole bunch of dudes who have high usage rate, like a bunch of guys over 20 usage rate. And that's not typical to have a whole bunch of those guys. Zach LaVine at 28%. That's actually really high for what typically I think he does. But you got, again, DeMar and Schroeder both at 21. You got Monk at 21. You got Russell Westbrook at 23. You got Sabonis at 19. Like, these guys are on the court enough. They have the ball in their hands enough that you can't have a bunch of guys with crap assist rates. And that's what they are. Like, I mean, Zach LaVine's assist rate's at 7.4.
Just for reference on that, his assist rate with the Kings last year was 15.6. 15.6 was the second lowest mark of his career.
Yeah.
So, and now he's at half of that.
They're just not. They are not relying on a system at all. And then when the opposition does what the Kings have done, the Kings have started running a 2-3 zone, right? To throw guys off. They completely took the Thunder out of their game for long stretches the night before. Well, the Kings have been doing that. When the opposition runs something different at the Kings, it's like fold up shop. Yeah, we're done.
And even that zone against OKC, when OKC started to figure it out, it was like, threw our best pitch.
Yep. Well, that's when you started having the jailbreak to the basket.
Yep.
Like, all right, they broke through the first line of defense. There they go. Oh, I think they're going to get to the queen. My bad. Yeah, that happened. I mean, just realistically, there are a lot of flaws in what we're seeing so far. And again, I don't know. It's super early to blame one specific thing or to blame one specific person to say whether it's coaching or whether it's players.
It would be way easier if it was.
Yeah.
I think it is an amalgamation of things.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
No, I'm with you. There are so many different issues that they're all bleeding into each other. But the fact that everyone is putting up basically similar stats, what they've always done, except for the assist number, to me is jarring because you don't usually see that. And that's what I meant when I was talking about 6 quick thoughts. It's very different to be able to write 6 quick thoughts, 6 positive things that are happening, and they don't have to be positive. They can be negative. But like when you're looking at the stat lines, they're all positive. You can point out, oh yeah, Sabonis shot 5 of 15 from the field the game before. Yeah, he missed a bunch of layups that he won't miss again. Like whatever was happening, he's a 60% shooter for his career. There's no reason why he's shooting 30% for a night at the rim.
I have so many